Hello everyone, my name is Junior and today we're gonna do an Albedo and Eula Abyss run. So we get EM as our first buff, which is extremely good for our first team, but not so much for our Eula team because we're running 3 cryo characters over there. We need a hydro character to break the pyro shield of the Abyss Lecter on floor 12 chamber 1 second half. Playing the Albedo team form on the first half is pretty simple. You just wanna keep using your ultimates as fast as possible and make sure the Albedo E is down to do extra damage whenever you have the time. And Albedo ult kinda makes your EM go up so you'll do more vaporize damage. One thing you should be very off in this floor is when the perpetual mechanical array changes into different children, there are various mechanics that it can do. Like for example, in this one we get this guy and he kinda likes to teleport away from you. You wanna make sure you're towards the outer edge like I was to make sure he goes towards the perpetual mechanical area instead of, going somewhere else. Similarly, the squid one kinda takes the longest time and there's nothing really you can do about it except, set up your abilities beforehand. This kinda makes your Abyss run a lot more RNG than it should be. For the Eula comp, it's much more complex than the Albedo team comp. You wanna use your Diona and your Rosaria to constantly funnel energy towards your Eula whenever her ult is down, so that you can keep your ult uptime constant. And over here I kinda skipped the full ult damage of Eula. Instead, I let the ult pop early so that we can switch to these 3 enemies and start killing them. Usually I would recommend that find a way to kill this dangerous amateur as a collateral instead of focusing him, but with the Eula team comp it's kinda hard to do that, so I have to kill him first. The rest of the play is pretty simple. You funnel energy into Eula, make sure she can ult, break the Pyro Abyss Mage's shield, and kill it. And make sure you pop the Pyro Abyss Lecter too, so that he will be trying to get his shield up, get a shield, and switch to Kokomi over here or any hydro character you have, and work on breaking the shield, but that's the only thing that's left now. Even with so many cryo characters and Kokomi, it still took almost 30 seconds to break the shield. With this we have completed floor 12 chamber 1 and we can move on to chamber 2 now. On this floor we kinda got elemental skill damage, which is not good, let's be real, it's not good for anyone, except maybe Xingqiu to deal more damage. Since I've run out of energy, I'm trying to get all my energy back over here, so that I can start the ult rotations of my characters. And after that it's pretty simple. Albedo always provides you with shield over here, so you don't need to worry about his breath attack, and you can just take it head on. The only problem is the attack it's currently doing right now. You can all either go to the left side and defend against it, since he won't come back too far away, or you can go to the right side and then again to the left side to avoid that breath. One more thing while fighting the what is it called? The Primogeo Bishop. You do not want to be behind it, but then it will do a tail swipe always. Try to avoid that, getting behind him. Or if you have to get behind him, just try to get back in front of it when it's doing the attack animation. Over here the game decided to, fuck me for some reason and not deal damage even though I had a proper shield on and the shield was strong enough, and which kinda confused me, and I was trying to save ultimate for the next floor, which kinda delayed the Abyss run even more. But I have 3 cryo characters on the second half, so I don't have to worry about anything. I'll be able to get it exactly on time. To be honest, I did lose a lot of time trying to get all my energies back after the second breath kinda did not deal damage to it. So we could have done it till about 20-30 seconds faster. But this can be a good example that you don't need too much time over here, since with 3 cryo characters, and especially with C6 Rosaria and C6 Diona, you have enough energy and enough damage to pop the Hydro Abyss Lectors and their shields in under 1 minute 20 seconds. Of course, I did make a few mistakes that kinda made the run close for comfort, but it worked out in the end. Usually with Rosaria, you can have enough crit rate on my, Eula, to pop both the Abyss Lectors at once, but over here we weren't able to do that, so I was stuck with trying to break the shield of one while trying to pop the other one to make his shield. And if you do end up running the exact same team comp as me right now, one advice I would give you is that after you pop both the Abyss Lectors so that they have their shields up, do not use the hold ability of Diona's E, and make sure you keep on tapping it instead. For me, I was running a sacrificial bow on her, and holding E would usually reset it, but not when they have shields over there, because sacrificial only procs when you deal damage with your ability, even if it's a single point of damage to your opponent. But with shields you cannot deal damage, hence the sacrificial will never pop. With this we end Chamber 2, and now we are on to Chamber 3. For some reason Genshin keeps on giving me the elemental skill damage again and again. For some reason we never have energy recharge problems over on this chamber, so you can just keep on spamming everything you want on the first half, and on the second half it becomes a bit more complicated, since a lot of it is dependent on RNG if you can get it or not. And especially the way this Abyss works, you wanna keep on doing auto attacks in between your abilities and ultimate to make sure you reduce the resistances and get the Abyss buff that's there. I think this was one of the Abyss runs where I had the best time for the first part of Chamber 3, and for the second part it's kinda, as I've said before, depends on a lot on RNG of the moveset that the Mago King decides to do. So try to finish this half as fast as you can, because every second will count on the second half with the current Abyss team that I am running. So we have close to a minute and 40 seconds over here, or 50 if you want to consider the first 10 seconds, and they do make a difference. I do not have all my ultimates, so the first thing I do is get all my ultimate back, and then I start with Diona Wells, then Rosaria, along with Kokomi's E, and then switch to Eula and go ham. And after you're done, you want to funnel all the energy back to Eula. So whether you use Rosaria Z or Diona Z, make sure you switch to Eula next. A lot of this floor is dependent on Mago King. You could have your ult ready, primed and ready to go, and just about to do massive damage, and it'll zoom out just like it did right now. So try to time it perfectly. It does have a very telegraphed tell, but sometimes it'll just move away like it's about to do, yep. And this will keep on happening again and again. Make sure you have some ultimate ready to iframe certain movesets of the Mago Genki. And if you have a Kokomi like I do, you can get a shield, pop Kokomi Z, and just heal up to full on your Eula. Over here I did not manage to crit, and this puts me on a very tight schedule to do it, because I had already used Rosaria ult a few seconds before, and now I have to generate enough particles to get my Eula ult back up so that we can finish it fast. Now with close to 20 seconds left, I decide, I will actually need to keep on hitting it, and I wasn't sure if I would be able to get it, but thankfully all the damage was enough to kill it, and I was able to finish it by using the current Abyss buff. That's like hitting enemies with your normal attack will do pure damage to them, and which allowed me to finish this Abyss pretty nicely on time. Now here are the artifacts, pause if you need to. I'll be at the end now. With this, we have finished our Abyss video with Albedo and Eula team comp. I'm Zero. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also do tell me if there's another team comp you'd want to watch.